Hey, welcome back everyone to another video, and today we are going over the top 5 best tracks in Mario Kart Wii. Last time I covered the worst, so I figured that we should also go over the best. And keep in mind, this is just my personal opinion, and it's just my favorites based on how fun they are, so yeah. It's just one guy speaking, so don't get that heated. But if you do disagree, let me know in the comments, because I would love to hear that. And no, Shy Guy Beach is not on the list. But anyways, let's just get into it. Coming in at number 5, we have DS Delfino Square. If I could describe DS Delfino Square in one word, that word would be chill. This track is like a vacation. This is what I go to when I just need a break from all the craziness that Mario Kart Wii has to offer. It's just that track that is so satisfying to drive on, and we don't know why, but for some reason it just feels like a blessing. You have the dock shortcut, you have the drawbridge, you also have the mud shortcut. What does this not have? You also have great scenery and awesome music to go with it. DS Delfino Square isn't even anything special, but it just always feels good to drive on. It's always so chill, and that's why it's on this list. And coming in at number 4, we have GCN DK Mountain. Now this track, it is literally everything that DS Delfino Square isn't, but that does not mean that it's different in how fun it is, because this track, oh, it is such a time. I remember as a kid always picking this track first. Like, whenever I hop on Mario Kart Wii, this is the track I'm going to play first, because I don't know what about it has to offer, but it just feels so good and so fun to play on. First you have the cannon, which is always good, and as you're flying through the cannon you can see the angry mountain looking at you, which is kind of hilarious. Then it's just super fun bouncing down the mountain. It's just chaos. And then also you have the glitch, you have the tight turns around the mountain, you have the little shortcut, and then you have the ending bridge, which always makes for some pretty memorable moments. Also, the music is super iconic. I don't know what it is about this track, but I just can't get enough of it. It is so fun, even though sometimes it results in some crazy losses. But you can't go wrong with it. It's what Mario Kart Wii is, and yeah, that's why it's on this list. And coming in at number 3, we have Rainbow Road. Now, this one I think a lot of you would put a bit higher on the list, but I have a few problems with it. But first we will go over the great, which is obviously that it is super iconic. It's Rainbow Road. You cannot go wrong with it. It's super colorful. You also have another cannon, which I think if you'll see on this list, I'm pretty biased towards cannons, but yeah, you know, you also have the wavy road, you have all the boost panels and so many opportunities to trick. You got the moon jump. There is so much to offer. It's just the best. Until you fall off and then you respawn a mile back. And so that is the one thing that kind of, you know, sours it, is that it just has some horrible respawn mechanics. I will say though, it does make for some memorable moments, but you could not lie. I'm sure you played this as a kid and just gotten super frustrated and rage quit. But what else is there to say? It's Rainbow Road, so yeah, it comes in at number 3. And coming in at number 2, we have Mushroom Gorge. Oh, where do I even start with this track? This track has everything. Actually, not really. It just has mushrooms, but that's what makes it so great. It is so fun to bounce on these mushrooms. It is probably the most unique track in the whole game, because these physics aren't seen in any other track with bouncing on the mushrooms. And it's not just that, it also has the gap jump, it has some alternate paths you can take. It's just a fun time. I don't know what it is about bouncing on those mushrooms, but oh my god, it's just so good. Now for the one thing that ruins it. Let me give you an example. Mushroom Gorge is like dating your crush. The highs are super high, like it is awesome. You know, you're having a great time, it feels great, until you get dumped. And the equivalent to getting dumped by Mushroom Gorge is when you're bouncing on the mushrooms and for some reason you get a stupidly weird bump, and then all of a sudden you're just off the track. And then the way Mushroom Gorge treats you is by respawning you a whole mile behind from where you fell off. And so yeah, that is the one thing that keeps this track from being number 1. And I thought about it a lot, and I've just decided that there is one track above this that never goes wrong and is always fun. And yeah, but Mushroom Gorge will always have a place in my heart, and that's why it's here at number 2. And before we get to number 1, I wanted to give out some honorable mentions. First we have Moo Moo Meadows, and this one I just feel like is one of the most overrated tracks in the game. Like, I really appreciate for what it is, but apart from the music and the scenery, it just does not have much going on. Like, it's just kind of a boring track. I don't know. I swear, I fall asleep every time I play this track. You're just driving on the ground the whole time. And apart from getting to see the cows every lap, that's the only thing that I feel like is exciting in this track. So yeah, it's just doesn't make it for me, but it is an alright track. And for similar reasons, and I'm honestly kind of nervous to say this because I think you guys are gonna wreck me in the comments, we have Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall is not number one. Honestly, if I did have to rank it, I would say it'd be 6 or 7 on the list, but yeah, this one just does not do it for me. Honestly, like, it's a great track, you know, you're driving through a mall, but again, I feel like the scenery and, you know, the music and the nostalgia kind of clouds people's judgment when it comes to this track, because apart from like having a bunch of areas you can trick on, there just isn't really much going on for me, and it just kind of feels a bit repetitive sometimes. I will say it could be just because a lot of people choose this track online that maybe I've just gotten a little bit sick of it, but yeah, for now, that's where it stands for me. But it definitely is a great track. And for my last honorable mention, because I will only allow myself 3, because now I'm just thinking of all the other great tracks in the game, we have DK Summit. This track is super iconic and it has some great music and great scenery. I think it just got beat out because it has some straightaways that just make it a little bit boring, but it's still super fun. I love tricking on the mounds, I love taking the shortcuts, I love going up the half pipes. It's definitely a great track. Once again, maybe 6 or 7, but unfortunately there's just so many good tracks in this game, so yeah, it barely doesn't make the list. And coming in at number 1, the best track in Mario Kart Wii, we have Maple Treeway. If Mushroom Gorge broke your heart, then Maple Treeway would be the one to heal it. Do I need to say anything about this track? This is just perfection. First of all, the scenery is just top notch. You cannot deny this is the most beautiful looking track in Mario Kart Wii. And then to go with that scenery, you have some great music that I always enjoy. And this track also plays great. You have the shortcut at the beginning, you have the cannon, which I always love cannons. Then you have some really tough turns, but honestly, they're super fun and satisfying to take. You also have the leaf piles, which have a possibility of giving you a star, which is always super exciting. You have the wigglers, you have probably one of the best endings to a track in the whole game. This track just has everything. I just don't even need to say more. This track is number 1. Thank you guys for watching this video to the end. Let me know if you have any other tracks that you think should have made this list, or if you think some tracks should have been higher or lower on the list. I know this is a bit of a controversial topic, but hey, I just wanted to lay out my personal favorites. And as always, let me know if you like this style of content, because I really enjoy making it for you guys. And for myself. Have a good day, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.